all the people. Now he's back.
Years come and go, and for the most part, generally blend together, holding very little meaning, merely another new calendar, another year older, or another year closer to a goal. Yet, there is one exception, and that one is our year of birth. It holds a special marking of the beginning of a journey we call life. My special year landed on 1985 in the 9th month of the 24th day. After doing my research, I found that the month of September and the year of 1985 was a special time to our country and the world alike. Let's start with politics. The first Supreme Court was developed in September of 1789. George Washington developed it with a tribunal of 6 justices that served until death or retirement. The court was granted ultimate jurisdiction over all laws, especially laws dealing with the Constitution. The U.S. Supreme Court grew into the most important judicial body in the world in terms of its central place in the American political order. According to the Constitution, the size of the court is set by Congress, and the number of justices varied during the 19th century before stabilizing in 1869 at 9. In times constitutional crisis, the nation's highest court has always played a definite role in resolving for better or worse. Now, let's move into world events. In September of 1941, the Japanese gathered preliminary data on Pearl Harbor. The Japanese instructed council in Hawaii to divide Pearl Harbor into 5 zones to plan for how many ships that they would need to bomb. The relations between Japanese and the United States were very poor at the time due to the Panama Canal being closed to the Japanese, and their ships were not allowed to travel. The news traveled very slow back to the United States because the flights were very infrequent to the east, so it had to be traveled by sea. So by the time that the news got there, it was too late, and Pearl Harbor had happened. Now we're going to go right into religion. The Mormon Church officially renounced polygamy in September of 1890. The Mormons' manifesto, in which they commanded all Latter-day Saints to uphold the anti-polygamy laws of the nation, began in September. They were threatened by the federal government to confiscate their temples, and for a time, the practice was shrouded into secrecy. The rumors of widespread polygamy had inspired much of the early hatred and the violence directed against the Mormons. Let's finish up with a few fun facts. In 1985, in September, the game Super Mario Brothers first appeared. It was created by Shigeru Miyamoto and Nintendo. Also, in September, Allyson Gibson set a 24-hour world record for the women's swim record, 42 miles in a 25-meter pool. So, looking back at the month September, over the years, I've realized it means much more than just a date of birth. I've come to understand that it holds great weight in our judicial system, religion, world relations, and even has a marking for most of the children who grew up in the 1980s playing video games. That's all.
Now look at us. We're all still here. Good job.